You can tell everything about a person by how they react to the unexpected, not what they say, what they do. A spilled drink, a passive-aggressive comment, a last-minute cancellation. That's when people show you who they are. No champagne flute or silk scarf can save them. Class isn't tested when the champagne is cold and the lighting is flattering. It's tested when someone double books you, insults you with a smile, or says something so clueless you want to evaporate. That's when true character shows up, or doesn't. Because class isn't how you behave when everything's going your way. It's how you behave when it's not. So today, we're talking about 6 reactions that quietly reveal you lack class. And no, they're not the obvious ones. You might even catch yourself in one of them. I know I did. Let's get into it. Number 1. Needing to prove someone wrong when it doesn't matter. They say they loved that movie. You respond, "Really?" The pacing was awful, the dialogue was flat, and the ending made no sense. I'm surprised you liked it. Ah yes, the unsolicited critic. Not just disagreeing, educating you on why you're wrong to like what you like, why your opinion is incorrect, why your choices are inferior. We've all met them. The person who can't let a harmless opinion live, even if it's not hurting anyone. They have to correct it, to educate, to enlighten, to elevate the conversation. Or so they claim. But let's be honest, it's not about being helpful. It's about being right. It's a subtle way of saying, I know better than you. Elegant people? They know when to hold their tongue. If someone's belief isn't harmful, offensive, or dangerous, why ruin their moment? Why dismantle their opinion just to win imaginary intellectual points? Class isn't about being the smartest in the room. It's about knowing when not to prove it. Number 2. Taking every different opinion as a personal attack. You say you prefer quiet holidays to big group trips. They go, wow, I guess you think I'm annoying for liking people then? Or you mention you're not into social media, and suddenly you're accused of judging everyone who is, as if your personal preference was actually a veiled insult aimed directly at them. Here's the truth. Not every opinion is about you. Not every contrast is a confrontation. But some people? They treat differences like declarations of war. They bristle. They defend. They subtly insult you back, just in case. Elegant people don't do that. They're secure enough to let others think differently, without reading into it, or turning it into a referendum on their own choices. Classy isn't just about how you speak. It's about not over-personalizing things that were never personal to begin with. Number 3. The dramatic eye roll and theatrical sigh combo. You're in a meeting, or a dinner, or, heaven help you, a group chat with 3 passive-aggressive overthinkers. Someone says something mildly irritating, not offensive, not outrageous, just slightly annoying. And suddenly, cue the Broadway performance. They sigh. Not a normal sigh. No, this one's more Shakespearean widow in mourning. Long, audible, chest-heaving. And if that's not enough, they roll their eyes so hard you worry they'll spot their own brain. Bonus points if it's paired with a sarcastic "of course" or a muttered "unbelievable." What are they trying to say? I'm above this. I can't believe I have to exist in the same room as these peasants. I should be in Saint-Tropez, not listening to this nonsense. Here's the thing. We all get annoyed. We all hear things that make us question humanity. But when your every reaction is a mini opera of disdain, you don't look classy. You look emotionally undisciplined. Classy people know how to hide their irritation without turning into a human sound effect. They respond with stillness, with a sip of water, with the kind of micro-expression that says, noted, but doesn't need applause. Because when your reactions become a performance, you've stopped being elegant. You've become the drama. And trust me, no one's handing out awards for best eye roll in a supporting role. But the next one? That's the most passive-aggressive response of them all. And I've been on the receiving end more times than I care to admit. Number 4. Weaponized silence. You say something mildly annoying, like forgetting to text back for a few hours. And suddenly, winter is here. They don't yell. They don't roll their eyes. They just go, quiet. Not calm quiet. Not meditative, finding my inner peace quiet. No, this is the silence of someone waiting for you to suffer. The kind where they clink their fork just a little louder at dinner, reply to your message with K, or offer a smile so thin it might actually be a paper cut. They're not addressing the issue. They're punishing you for not already knowing what it is. It's dramatic. It's manipulative. And it's exhausting. Weaponized silence is the adult version of slamming your bedroom door, but in cashmere. Now don't get me wrong. Real silence can be elegant. like when someone's being rude at a party and you excuse yourself without engaging, or when you choose not to reply to a message that deserves no reply. But that's not this. This is silence used like a dagger, dignified on the outside, but dripping with emotional guilt trips on the inside. Truly classy people? They know how to create space without turning it into an emotional escape room. Their silence protects dignity, not punishes confusion. Number 5. The patronizing smile. You know the one. You say something genuine, maybe a personal story, maybe an idea, maybe that you don't really like oysters, and they smile. But it's not with you. It's at you. It's tight. It's closed-lipped. It's the smile of someone who thinks you're a little bit adorable for being so uninformed. It says, "Aw, you still believe that? How sweet. You think that's how things work. Look at you, expressing a thought. It's not warm. It's not kind. It's decorated judgment." Classy people don't use expressions to establish superiority. They don't smirk through conversations like they're grading your IQ. They know how to disagree, or even dismiss an idea, without making you feel small. Because true elegance doesn't need to put others down to feel elevated. It's not just about having the right facial expression. It's about the energy behind it. The condescending smile may pass for polite, but trust me, everyone feels it. Number 6. Playing the victim elegantly. Now this one's sneaky, because on the surface it looks composed. But watch closely. Someone corrects you, politely, gently, and instead of acknowledging it, you smile sweetly and say, "Well, I guess I can't do anything right today, can I?" That's not grace. That's guilt-tripping in a velvet glove. Or someone forgets to include you in a group dinner and your response is, "Oh, no worries. I'm used to being the last to know anyway." It sounds fine. But the message underneath is, "Feel bad for me." This type of reaction is sugar-coated manipulation. It's designed to make the other person feel guilty for something that may not have even been intentional. And because it's wrapped in politeness, it often flies under the radar, making it even harder to confront. But here's the truth. Elegance isn't about smiling through the pain. It's about knowing how to handle it without dragging everyone into your storm. Graceful people don't make others responsible for their emotional world. They don't perform victimhood. They protect their dignity, quietly. Class isn't about how you speak when you're calm. It's about how you react when you're not. The silent moment between action and reaction, that's where elegance lives. Not in the words, not in the outfit, in the pause, in the choice. So, if you want to look high class, watch your reactions. They are your reputation in disguise. They whisper things about you that words never could. And now tell me, what's the most unclassy reaction you've ever witnessed? Like the video? Subscribe for more. And check my Amazon storefront. I'm always adding new elegant finds you haven't seen yet. As always, stay classy. Manners matters.